discussion of the merits of the impeachment case. The respondent, which is of course Vice President Sara Duterte, is covered by the ruling alongside senator judges, trial lawyers, and witnesses. Presiding Officer Cheese Escudero said the court will follow a two-strike rule with a first violation drawing a public reprimand and admonition. A second violation will carry a 30,000 peso fine and possible restrictions on speaking, objecting, or examining witnesses. Then each subsequent violation will carry also a 30,000 peso fine. In the meantime, Escudero said previous statements or actions that may have violated the rule will be treated as tabula rasa or be done with a clean slate. Senator Judge Pam Aquino pushed back against Senator Judge Robin Padilla's reference of the confidential funds issue to the country's heroes. In today's trial, Padilla said heroes use aliases, including the late Ninoy Aquino, who is of course Senator Bam's uncle. Padilla cited Ninoy's pseudonym, Marcial Bonifacio, while discussing the need for aliases in the context of security.
Kilala niyo po ba kung sino si Marcial Bonifacio?
To be candid, I'm not
Sino po?
familiar.
Si Benigno
I'm sorry,
Aquino
Your Honor.
Jr., si Ninoy. Siya mismo may alias.
Tama po, si Ninoy Aquino po ang kanyang alias ay Marcial Bonifacio para makauwi po siya sa Pilipinas nung nasa Boston siya. Oho. Pero wala naman ho siyang confidential funds na, wala ho siya sa mga AR na confidential funds. Lilinawin ko lang ho.
The side of Senator Jinggoy Estrada said the lawmaker is in severe pain after his left knee snapped. The incident supposedly happened this morning while Estrada was taking a bath at the new Quezon City Jail in Payatas. Estrada has since undergone a medical checkup at Cardinal Santos Medical Center and underwent an X-ray procedure. The senator is detained over a plunder case linked to the flood control scandal. Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon appeared before the House Appropriations panel to defend his agency's proposed 2027 budget. Dizon said the DPWH has cut the number of flood control projects from around 20,000 to around 11,000 after removing duplicate and overlapping projects. The agency is also prioritizing bigger projects and limiting the number of projects handled by district engineers and regional directors. The DPWH is proposing a 643.95 billion peso budget for 2027. Storycon is of course live streamed now on One News's Facebook and YouTube pages. We're on cable via Signal 250 HD and Channel 8 SD, and as well on radio now via 105.9 True FM. Joining us later, perhaps, is Ed Lingao, but now with me today, Storycon's residential political perpetrator, Ronald Llamas. Presidential pundit. Presidential candidate, Ronald Llamas. Can I announce it officially na?
Yes. May 70% possibility na eh.
And of course, from the Philippine Star, we got Editor-in-Chief, Ami Pamintuan.
Hi, Reg. Hi, Ronald. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Ami.
Pero sigurado ko hindi ako
Kilala
iboboto
niyo-
ni Ami.
Kilala niyo ba si Marcial Bonifacio?
Yes. Kilala mo ba si Marcial Bonifacio?
Yeah. The senator never fails to amaze me.
Oo nga. Ako hindi. Nag-switch na ako ng channel nung narinig ko yun.
Lumipat ka na.
Lipat na ako. Ayoko na.
Ha? Hindi ka
Lumipat ako
na,
ng channel.
hindi ka nakarelate kay Pagong, kay Pusa, at saka kay Ngit-Ngit.
Hindi. Nung isang araw pa yun. Ngayon, nung pagdating doon, after three grueling hours. Ayoko na. Nung narinig ko yun.
That was long, ha? Ang haba. And as usual, there's a lot of objecting on both sides. Pero interesting, i-impose na ang Rule 18,
Yeah.
barring public discussion on the merits of the case. Maybe I should impose Rule 18 here then.
Pwede.
Oh, yun na nga, yun nasabi na, sasabihin yan eh.
ang problema lang doon sa Rule 18, public kasi yung trial eh.
Oh, kaya nga.
Usually, yung ibang mga trial, may subjudice.
Closed door, oo.
Dahil nga, sa closed door naman. So, mag-uusapan lahat yan, pero hindi sila pwede magsalita. Parang medyo
Hindi,
weird.
sinabi naman na wag na lang daw yung member ng prosecution panel
Prosecution,
or the defense panel.
or the judges, or even
Or
the
the
respondent
judges.
Oo nga.
herself.
Pero sila naman yung nagsasalita dyan sa, sa napapanood natin, di ba?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this was triggered by that post, di ba, ni Attorney Ligutan to begin with, which caused a lot of disagreement, which is what made Chief Escudero
Yung,
decide
yung misleading.
Oo, yung misleading question which the defense protested over. So, ngayon, I guess all social media posts from either side that has to do with the case is off limits na. At least on the merits of the case.
Hindi, pwede naman meron silang spokesman na hindi directly involved doon sa case. Pwede namang yun ang magsalita.
Halimbawa,
so, kailangan mag-designate sila ng iba.
Halimbawa, sa Ace Barbers, pwede yung mag-guest dito.
Yan, ganon.
Ano, spokesman siya.
Ay na naman tayo with yung mga loopholes eh. Eh di pareho lang yun.
Hindi, basta hindi member ng prosecution team.
Yung prosecution,
But they're advising eh. May mga advisors yung mga senator judges, may mga lawyer
Hindi, kaya
advisors.
nga, kuha ka ng
Everyone
kuha ka na lang nung hindi
Everyone has lawyer advisors on their team.
pabayaan mo
hanggang
na,
saan-
huwag mo na kontrahin. Kinokontra mo pa eh. Wala ka rin naman magagawa. Kahit kontrahin mo.
All I'm saying is, mabilis pa rin ito i-exploit. But I don't
Actually, napapanood mo nga sila nagsasalita tapos hindi sila pwede magsalita.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Yun yung sinasabi ko kanina.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true.
Tsaka
Kaya
medyo pasaway, Di ba, sabi, huwag na daw gagamit ng mga salitang nakaka-insulto. Eh maya-maya, narinig natin yung isang senador, sabi, that's stupid. Di ba? Talaga.
Pwede bang pagalitan ng presiding judge yun? Eh, kapwa niya
Kaya
senador
nga,
yun.
gumano na lang, gano'n na lang siya
Yung ba, pwede niyang
Ayan.
singilin ng 30,000? Yung senator judge? Ha?
Oo nga,
Nalalabag?
30,000 eh. Oo.
Sabagay,
Ewan,
kayang-kaya ibawas sa kanilang allocables yun.
oh. Wala daw allocable yan, nagsalita na yon.
We.
I mean, hindi naman kasama yung kasama ba sa ruling yung the language that you use?
O sabi, di ba, respectful dapat?
Respectful, it has to be respectful.
Oo. Kaya wag naman daw nag-iinsultuhan dyan.
Yes. Sabi nga ni Yusek Claire
Oo.
Castro, dapat si Christian ginagaya yung Ronald Llamas dahil disente bumanat.
Siyang kuweba siya
Sabi
nakatira.
sabi ng,
May nararamdaman akong, objection, Your Honor.
Yun na nga, objection, Your Honor.
kanino ako mag-object if I'm the owner here?
Honorable.
Sino yung honor patay? Sino yung honorable?
Kanino ako mag-object?
Pero-
I'm the one that's supposed to keep you in line.
Hindi ako nagsabi nun eh. Hindi mo ako nagsabi nun eh. Sabihin mo doon sa nagsabi.
Huwag na lang. Because my parents said if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it. But it'll be interesting. I mean, jokes aside, it'll be interesting to see how they enforce this.
Sila magtitimpi.
Oo. Hindi na magtitimpi. Paano ni Presiding Officer Escudero
Yung kapwa niya senador.
impose to, lalo na sa kanyang kapwa senador. And who is going to...
Ako alam ko.
Paano po?
Alam ko. Facial expression. Kapara ni Cheese kanina, sabi niya, gumanon siya. O kaya,
No,
Pwede ka
no.
gumanon,
After ng facial expression, then
Bawal ba yun?
he has to say, okay, strike one ka na. That's on your record, di ba? Can he do that evenly and fairly across the board, di ba?
Eh, ang tingin sa isa't isa dyan, pantay lang naman tayo mga senador, di ba?
Sa senador, mahirap eh.
Actually, pwede mong
Doon
gawin,
sa mga lawyers, pwede.
pwede mong kontrolin yung mga mic eh. Pwede mong patayin.
Yes, that's true.
Diba? Patayin
That's
mo,
true.
di ba?
Oo.
Pwede.
I think that's an easier way to do it kaysa you
sanctions.
Oo. And in that way, it's fair when 2 minutes is up, when 2 minutes are up, off na kagad. Automatic for everyone. Diba?
Beep, ganon, beep. Beep, beep out.
Last 20 seconds, may signal, may sound.
Yes. Dati si Trillanes, pinuntahan pa si Alan Peter, tapos pinatay yung mic niya. Naalala niyo yun?
Hindi.
Pinuntahan siya, tapos pinatay yung mic niya. Tapos nagsumbong si Alan Peter, sumisigaw dun sa kwan.
Nung sa house.
Dun sa presiding judge, sa Senate. Nagkwan siya.
Di ko natatandaan yun.
Oo, sumigaw siya dun sa Senate President. Oo, susumbong, parang bata. Susumbong, pinatay yung mic ko.
Nauna ba yon doon sa pagpatay niya ng mic sa house naman, dati?
Hindi, sa kwan
Nauna
yan,
ba
sa
yun?
Senate
No,
yan.
nauna yung sa house.
After na.
Sa Senate
Oo,
yan.
nauna yung sa house. I mean, that was a few years ago, di ba?
Oo.
Di ko natandaan yon.
In other news, Senator Jingo Estrada was at Cardinal Santos Medical Center for a checkup after bumigay daw yung tuhod. I don't know at this point if nakalabas na siya, but supposedly the incident happened this morning at the New Quezon City Jail in Payatas. We're trying to
Pero
see...
yung tatay niya, ganyan din noon eh.
Ano?
Nagka-problema sa knees. Ewan ko lang kung hereditary yun, ha?
Well, it could be an age thing, could be hereditary.
Oo.
But of course, a lot of people are saying,
Oo.
you know,
Gusto lang pa ospital.
could be, oo. We won't know for sure.
Pero yung father niya noon, kahit may problema sa mga ganyan-ganyan, mahilig yung kumain ng chicharon, chicharon Bisaya. At saka, pinagmamalaki niya, nakakalakad pa siya, nakakakyat sa hagdan.
Tsaka puro kwan yun. Puro lechon yun.
mahilig
Lechon,
talaga
kare-kare. No?
Makain siya in public.
Dati may Sunday group kami. Talagang the best kare-kare. The
Diba?
best puchero. No? Talagang, hindi, makakwan siya eh. Foodie si Erap.
Mahilig talaga siya. Foodie siya.
Foodie yun.
Oo. Pero favorite niya yan, chicharon Bisaya talaga. Pinapapak in public.
Parang si Kwan, parang si Pinoy. Yung kanyang refrigerator.
Ganun ba?
Refrigerator ni Pinoy, puro chicharon. Iba-ibang klase. Mayroong galing sa
Chicharon, kala ko
Bulacan.
puro burger at hotdog lang.
Hindi. Chicharon. Iba-ibang klaseng chicharon. May Cagayan de Oro, may
Chicharon.
Karkar, mayroong Bulacan, no? Talagang, iba, pinapaliwanag niya yung kaibahan.
Ano daw? Yung isa pang collagen, yung isa pang heart attack.
Oo. Ayan. Mismo nung sa state visit niya sa US, nandun ako, napunta
And then he
ako.
also likes to drink
Oh,
Coca-Cola.
hotdog yun eh.
Yes.
soft
At,
drink.
at hindi yung
Which is-
diet, ha? Hindi
Oh.
yung kwan, zero. Doon siya sa kwan, sa Sofitel, sa New York. Pagbukas ko nung kanyang refrigerator, puro chicharon.
Kala ko yung gusto niya doon, yung hotdog, yung nasa
Yung sa bread, oo.
Nasa bangketa.
Oo, kumain kami
Yung
noon sa
bangketa.
bread. Oo, yung sa bread.
Oh, favorite niya.
Sa bread. Yeah.
All
May sa
beef,
bread pa
oo,
ba?
all beef.
Meron pa. Sa New York.
Meron dito, tulak-tulak.
Kahit sa US, hindi na gano'ng karami eh. I just, speaking of Senator Estrada, just want to read out yung transcript of an interview with BJMP spokesperson, Superintendent J. Rex Bustinera. This is via a phone interview with reporters just a few, I think, recently lang, today lang. Sabi niya, una hindi nadula sa banyo or whatever. Meron siyang court order na check-up 11 a.m. ngayon. Kaya lang, dinala natin siya 1 p.m. dahil hindi available doktor niya. This afternoon pa. Habang nagpe-prepare siya kanina umaga, around 11:30 a.m., naglalakad, may nag-snap. Sabi niya, may tumunog sa tuhod niya. May nag-snap at sobrang sakit. Nandun din yung medical doctor, BJMP doctor, at inalalayan naman siya. So, yun. Fake news daw ba yung naliligo? It happened whilst he was taking a shower. Sabi ng spokesperson, hindi. Pinapabulaanan natin yan. Fake news. Ang totoo, naglalakad siya, nagpe-prepare siya para sa check-up niya na court-ordered, and then habang naglalakad, doon tumunog. And then masakit, naramdaman niya at pina-check up sa doktor ng BJMP. So there we have it. This is coming straight from the superintendent
Issue ba yun?
of the BJMP.
Issue ba yun yung nadulas sa CR at
Yun
saka
kasi
naglalakad?
yung, that's the first we heard about this, that it happened while he was taking a shower. But ito, sabi nga ng BJMP superintendent rather, it did not happen like that. Fake news na yung part na yon. He was just getting ready for his checkup nang may narinig siyang tumunog sa tuhod. And then as the status as of now is that ongoing pa ang checkup sa hospital. We are waiting for an update kung ano yung final diagnosis or ano yung statement ng doctor. Yung BJMP just wanted to correct yung fake news na, yung inaccurate news na nadulas sa banyo.
Oy, sinomo na yung sinubpina na yung yung bank records.
Yes.
Tapos sabpina na.
Well, technically, sinampina na a few weeks ago. Diba? I think now we're just getting the actual documents.
Re-release na.
I-release na.
Kaya,
That's what we're...
Ewan ko lang kung kailan natin makikita.
Yeah,
Kasi yan, hindi pa natin nakikita yan, di ba?
yes, that's what we're
Yan ang
waiting
isa
for
sa
as
mga
well. And
Yeah.
one of the biggest things that the prosecutors, I guess, will be looking for is kung nag-a-align yung mga transactions in the AMLAC report with the ones from the bank.
Saka yung ewan ko yung tax records, kung kailan pa yon.
Oo, wala na tayong update dun sa BIR records,
Yeah.
no? After binalik yung green box sa BIR.
Pero approved na, di ba, na they are going to summon as well at papayagang ipresenta.
Yes.
Although may objection nga yung yung continuing objection from the defense. No?
Yeah,
China-challenge nila yan eh.
correct.
Kaya baka exciting next week.
Well, to be fair, medyo
Medyo
exciting na din.
interesting siya ngayon.
Medyo interesting na din, medyo exciting na din this week. Kaya, kahit na board si political pundit, na hindi na nga nakikinig and nagte-text pa while session is ongoing.
I-fine mo rin, i-fine mo. Fine mo,
Rule
30,000.
18. Rule 18 na tayo dito.
May discount ka, 10% lang bayaran mo. Bond. Bond lang bayad mo, 3,000 lang.
Maglalagay ako ng cookie jar sa gitna.
3,000 lang ha.
Kayang-kaya. At gawin mo pang 30.
Sige.
Ano ba yan?
Sige, gawin na namin.
Ano ba yan? Filipino currency or
Pesos.
euro?
Peso.
Akala ko euro eh.
Peso, clarify niya peso eh.
Hindi, can afford din daw si Ronald ng euros. 30,000
Ah,
euros.
euro?
Ganyan, times 75 pesos.
Oo, sige, payag na rin kami euro. Sige.
Okay. For more on today's impeachment trial, let's bring in our mobile journalist, Merimon Reyes. Merimon, what do you have?
Sa ngayon, excuse na itong si Assistant Chief of Staff and Assistant Secretary ng OVP na si Lemuel Ortonio. Tapos na yung direct examination, cross-exam. Nagkaroon din ng redirect and recross from both the prosecution and the defense, and then clarificatory questions and interjections from the senator judges. Pero pare-pareho rin halos yung sinasabi ni Ortonio na despite na meron siyang supervisory na posisyon sa OVP, hindi talaga malinaw. Ito yung pinaka-pinipinpoint kanina ng senator judges. Bakit hindi niya man lang daw tinanong or binusisi itong mga dokumento na supposedly showing kung saan ginamit yung confidential funds, yung ilang mga records daw from VP-SPG, Colonel Raymond Dante La Chica, sabi nakaselyado daw ito nung pinadala na lang din daw sa kanya, pinadala ito sa COA na still sealed. Sensitive daw yung nature, itong confidential programs and activities. Kaya may tiwala rin naman daw siya dito kay Security Officer La Chica. Pero nabanggit din kanina sa pagtatanong ni Senator Judge Tito Soto, wala pa lang employment status itong sila Chica sa OVP. By an order lang daw mula sa AFP, designated lang daw sa posisyon bilang chief commander ng grupo itong si Colonel La Chica. And yung isa pang pinaka naging question din dito, nagkaroon din na pala ng justification itong si Ortonio. Wala raw reimbursement na nangyari noong last quarter of 2022. What happened was, noong nagpadala daw sila ng physical and financial plan noong September, ito raw si Colonel La Chica may nakaka-coordinate na raw or nakikipag-coordinate sa possible agents or informants para sa kanilang intelligent or surveillance activities na gagawin. And then nung secured na yung confidential funds, andyan na yung pera, tsaka lang din daw naging selyado etong transaction supposedly. So doon lang naging in effect yung sinasabi, kaya kinailangan ng gastusin doon sa span of 11 days itong confidential funds. Pero hindi pa rin dyan satisfied itong mga senador kasi nga ganun kalaki, just 11 days, tapos sinasabi nyo, dapat doong para lang yan sa October to December. Kumbaga, hindi pa rin nagmamatch itong, kumbaga, may inconsistency pa rin sa naging sagot ni Ortonio. Pero bottom line, sa pagkakaintindi naman ni Ortonio, ang may malaki responsibilidad dito si VP Sara Duterte, pero sa panahon naman daw na nakakatrabaho niya itong vice, gusto daw ni VP Sara na bawat sentimo raw ng confidential funds ay nagagamit daw sa tama at maayos.
Marimon, ito ba si Colonel La Chica, ni-request ng office ng Vice President o on its own, yung AFP ay seconded siya dito sa office na ito? Ano usually dyan, may counting request eh. Pwede ba ito? Pwede ba ganyan, di ba? Wala bang ganon from the office of the Vice President? Parang from out of nowhere ay pinadala na lang siya ng AFP?
Ronald, ang sinabi lang kasi kanina dyan ni Ortonio, may order daw mula sa AFP na dinedesignate itong si Colonel La Chica doon sa VPSPG. And then si Senator Tito Soto, sabi niya, yun lang daw yung gusto niyang marinig. Kaya wala na siyang ibang tinanong tungkol dito kay Colonel La Chica. Doon sa round na yon ni Senator Tito Soto.
So, may idea ka na ba, Marimon, kung bakit ayaw ipatawag ng reluctant, both the defense and the prosecution, look reluctant to summon Colonel La Chica? May idea ka na ba?
Ami, kanina, ang nakapanayam natin tungkol dyan, itong from the prosecution panel, si Congressman Joel Chua, ang sinasabi, baka raw makagulo o magkaroon pa ng gulo doon sa magiging testimonya, kung sakali man daw na magsalita itong si Colonel La Chica. Pero under consideration pa rin naman daw kung ipapatawag nila or hindi itong si Colonel La Chica. At sinabi naman kanina ni Presiding Officer Chis Escudero na kung sakaling hindi mapatawag ng either of the parties, pwede rin naman daw ipatawag ng korte. Ang sabi rin kanina ni Impeachment Court Spokesperson Atty. Reggie Tonggol, pwedeng desisyon ito ni Presiding Officer on his own. Pwede rin naman daw may mag-suggest mula sa senator judges or ilabas yung tanong dito sa mga senador kung nais ba nilang ipatawag itong si Colonel La Chica, tsaka nila ipapatawag kung sakali man.
So, both Ortonio and Acosta inaamin na binigay yung pera kay La Chica nang hindi nila alam kung kanino dadalhin. No, yung pagbigay kay La Chica in the first place, mali. Bawal yun.
Against the joint circular, hindi pwede.
Yes. Ikalawa ay ganun kalaking pera, hindi mo alam kung kanino dadalhin. No? Yun yung medyo weird dito, di ba? Mali na nga yung pagbigay sa kanya, tapos hindi rin malinaw kanino binigay. So, kaya siguro ang tawag ng prosecution, scam. No? Kaya siguro ganun ang tawag nila. Dahil yun pa lang medyo questionable na.
Pero sabi naman ng kabila, that's the nature daw. Actually, medyo nako-confuse sila sa confidential and intelligence funds, ano? Yun daw ang nature no, ang alam ko, yun ang nature ng intelligence funds.
Na walang nakakaalam.
Pero sa confidential, oo.
Na walang nakakaalam kahit yung disbursing officer or yung nagde-deliver. So, sino nakakaalam?
That was also towards the end what Senator Escudero was trying to get at because throughout the hearing today, paulit-ulit si Ortonio na I have no personal knowledge of this. That was his holding response. Yeah.
So, sino?
Pero tama ba yung pagkakaintindi ko, Marimon? Ang parang pagkakasagot niya ni Ortonio si BP knows No, micromanager siya. She wants to know kung magkano ang pinaggastusan sa ginastos. Tama ba yung pagkaintindi ko kanina?
Tama, Ami. Sa understanding ni Ortonio, si VP Sara yung responsible. Una, sinabi rin kasi ni Ortonio na ang nag-dictate nga nung pondo kung magkano ito is si VP Sara mismo. And
Yeah.
alam niya, dahil may pirma rin, plus authorized din naman ni VP Sara kung sakali man itong si Ortonio, especially sa pagpapadala ng response nila doon sa AOMs, yung audit observation memos ng COA. So, alam ni VP Sara. Yun nga lang, hindi rin din daw masabi ni Ortonio kung aside from VP Sara and kay Colonel La Chica, kung sino pa raw ba ang may alam tungkol sa kung paano ginamit itong confidential funds. Pero ang malinaw, ang nag-implement ng confidential programs, projects, and activities, si Colonel La Chica. Ito din yung tinatry kumbaga, himayin ni Presiding Officer Cheese. So pag ano bang ibig sabihin pagka-implement? Kasama ba dyan,
Yeah.
dinisburse, ginastos yung pera, payer ba? Ang sabi dito, nakipag-coordinate daw si Colonel La Chica doon sa agents, informants. Kaya doon nasabi, so saan nga pumapasok dito yung pag-disburse na dapat trabaho ng SDO? And yun yung naging reason kaya may notice of disallowance for the 3 quarters of 2023. Kasi direct violation yon nung joint circular.
So, ang ginawa kasi ng prosecution, yung narrative nila ay dinikit nila yung withdrawal, yung transport, at saka yung disbursement na pinalabas nila unusual and irregular. No? Pero at this point, hindi pa rin natin alam kung sino nakakaalam. No? Dahil mismo
It feels like,
mismo si Ortonio, sinasabi niya,
Hindi din niya alam. He has no personal knowledge.
hindi lang, baka hindi rin alam ni Vice President. Pero ganun eh, di ba? Walang nagsasabi na alam ni Vice President. So, at this point, kung mismo mga disbursing officer ay hindi alam, so sino nakakaalam ng lahat ng ito? No? Dahil mismo yung disbursing officer sinasabi, mismo yung head of office, hindi nila sigurado kung alam. Yun yung nakakatawa kung hindi siya unusual, kung hindi siya weird. Di ba? No?
And then, Marymon, there was also a part there that I thought was interesting when Presiding Officer Cheese Escudero pointed out that there were 2 different signatures ni Vice President Sara Duterte lumabas sa documents. One was on August 22, the other was on September 16, and then Lemuel Ortonio confirmed that they were both the Vice President's signatures. Tell us about that.
Yun yung lumabas din kahapon na may certain documents pero wala naman ng ibang naging pagka-question si Presiding Officer Cheese kasi kinonfirm naman na na-identify ni Ortonio na oo, pirma yan ni VP Sara Duterte despite na magkaiba siya doon sa separate documents.
Marymon, may nakuha ka bang reaction dyan sa mga senators doon sa mahabang speech introductory speech ni Presiding Officer Cheese, kanina? Tungkol doon sa mga admonition niya na huwag naman kayong ganyan, ang insulto, ganun-ganon, saka yung mga penalties na sinabi niya. May mga reaction na ba dyan?
Sa ngayon, Ami, wala pa tayong nakukuha dahil pagkatapos nung impeachment trial kanina, around 3 o'clock, nagsimula rin naman yung plenary session around 3:30 in the afternoon. And hindi na rin natin masyadong nakagilap tulad nung wala pang impeachment trial na nalalapitan pa natin before the session itong mga senator judge. Pero kasi may warning na rin itong si Senator Cheese na mag-ingat-ingat na sa mga sasabihin nila. That includes the senator judges dahil baka magkaroon din sa kanila ng reprimanding. Pero ang nasabi naman kanina ni Attorney Tonggol, silang mga senador sa isa't isa, they can police each other. At kung sakali naman daw, even the public, anyone from the public can file an ethics complaint. Pwede rin magkaroon ng formal manifestation naman sa either of the prosecution or the defense kung meron naman din silang concern sa decorum nitong senator judges.
Kayo, Marymon, hindi kayo sinabihan ng proper decorum, yung media? Yung mga tanong nyo na hindi dapat
Mga
tinatanong?
buskador.
Wala naman.
Wala.
But that's an important distinction, no? So they can still give interviews, side interviews, ambush interviews. Tama?
Wala namang sinabi na apektado yung ambush interviews. So far, yes. And ito yung sinasabi naman na kung may mapapasok na evaluation, itong senator judges tungkol sa impeachment proceeding, lumalabag na yon sa subjudicial rule. Kaya kung matter of facts lang na, okay, kuwari, ang sinabi lang, pumunta si Ortonio, ito sinabi ni Ortonio, okay lang yon. Pero
Hindi.
kung nagkakaroon...
But we're not when you do side interviews, you're not going to be asking for facts of the case. You're going to be asking for their opinion. So I'm just wondering whether it's clear to everyone now where the line is. Kasi okay, what did you think of today's trial, 'di ba? You're asking for their thoughts and their assessment on the matter. Hanggang saan lang ang pwede nilang sabihin?
Nagnunuansing yung katabi ko.
Wala.
Sinabi na nga
Di na
total
pwede.
eh.
Ah,
Hindi na
total?
pwede. Oo.
Di na pwede,
Hindi na
oo.
pwede. Oo.
Hindi na pwede. Pwede tayo
Nagnunuansing ka
magtanong,
pa
they
eh.
cannot answer.
And ang tinatanong
tayong
na natin
magtanong.
sa ngayon, si Attorney Tonggol na as spokes ng impeachment court.
Oo.
Yung hindi
Pwede
kasama.
naman mag-designate ng spokesperson, di ba? Na hindi kasama directly doon sa hindi ka prosecutor, hindi ka defense, hindi ka senator judge. Pwede naman sila mag-designate.
So, Marymon, sabi mo nga, hindi naman kasama yung mga nandyan, na mga journalists, vloggers, etc. Kahapon kasi hindi proper yung decorum ko dyan eh. Yung interview ako.
Kaya siya pinatalsik.
Kaya concern ako, baka pagbayarin
Pwede
ako
ka pa rin mga-contempt, Ronald.
baka pagbayarin ako ng
kapag nag-ano ka
30,000.
dyan.
Hindi, okay lang yung contempt.
Oo.
Contemptible naman talaga ako. Yung 30,000, medyo mabigat yun eh.
Akala ko ba afford
Sabi
na
mo
afford?
kanina, kayang-kaya mo yun.
Kahit pa euro, sabi mo. Oh, what happened? You're changing your tune now.
Pag sa Senado, ayaw niya magbayad.
Oo. Yung Senado,
Kapag dyan sa atin, okay lang.
babayaran ko, sangkatutak ang allocable dyan, tsaka unprogram funds, tapos bibigyan ko pa sila ng 30,000 euro ko. Pwede ba?
No, I'm
So
just
next
thinking
week,
there are...
Marymon, maasahan natin yung bank records. Next week ba yon?
Sorry, Ami, sorry.
Next week, maasahan na natin yung bank records.
Pero Ami,
Lalabas na next week.
pero Ami, kung ganon, tatapusin na itong article na ito. Kwan na yun
Meron pa naman, wala na pala,
Unexplained
no?
wealth na yun eh. Yung mga bank records eh. Ibang article na yun eh.
Hindi, oo nga. Kaya nga, kailan natin maasahan yung bank records? O, ilalabas pa lang yung subpoena.
Ilalabas pa lang yung subpoena. Pero if tungkol naman ito doon sa mga unang pinasapina kasama yung BIR records, AMLAC records, ang nasabi rin ni Atty. Tonggol, hinihintay lang din daw yung pagsaset na ng yung magiging conference, pati yung pagbibigay na ng access sa prosecution, pati sa defense. Pero for now, wala pa sinasabi si Atty. Tonggol na meron ng kopya itong prosecution, pati ang defense. Pero if ever, kung sa timeline man ang pag-uusapan, sa bandang huli pa yon yung usapin dito sa unexplained wealth.
So in terms of the presentation of the bank documents, hindi pa sigurado next week.
Hindi pa. That would depend na lang din kung magkakaroon ito ng... that will depend sa prosecution kung magiging part yan ng ipapresent nila for the week at kung may kinalaman yun dito sa article of impeachment.
Marymon, may kaunti ka na bang naramdaman na indicative na pagtatapos nitong article na ito on confidential fund? Matatapos ba yan next week? Batay sa mga remaining witnesses?
Ronald, ang nasabi ng prosecution, kapag nakita naman nilang nabubuo na yung, or kumpleto na yung case in chief nila for this specific article of impeachment naman, or yung allegation nitong article, pwede naman nang hindi na nila ipatawag lahat ng witnesses nila. Dito kasi to be specific, nasa between 30 to 34 witnesses yung nakalista para dito. At kung sakali man na makumpleto na, pwede namang hindi na nila ipatawag lahat ng nasa 30. Ang huling sinabi din dito ni lead prosecutor Jervy Luistro, ang hinihintay na lang din talaga nila itong si Edward Fajarda na dati SDO rin naman ng DepEd para kumpleto na. Alleged misuse ng confidential funds sa OVP, COA State Auditors, mga nagsalita na yan, Gina Acosta, SDO, former SDO ng OVP, DepEd confidential funds, Edward Fajarda ang hinihintay nila. Puwera na lamang kung papatawag nila si Colonel Chica, which until now, wala pang sinasabi ang prosecution.
Ang sabi nila, ipapacheck nila kung talagang nagkasakit si Fajarda. So ano nang
Allegedly na stroke.
ano nang output doon?
Consistent daw.
Parang hindi sila tiwala eh. Na yung dahilan na hospital.
According sa Senate doctor naman na inatasan ni Presiding Officer Cheese, consistent yung nakalagay sa medical certificate, sa letter ng from the part naman of Fajarda sa naging evaluation and assessment naman and examination ng doktor ng Senado. Kaya kinakailangan ng 2 weeks rest So ang inaabangan natin by September 7 at 10 in the morning, doon supposedly itong si Fajarda haharap. Pero ang sinasabi rin naman ng korte, i-check kung magiging fit na ba or unfit pa rin si Fajarda to testify.
Yeah. Okay.
Pero mukhang ayaw na nilang tawagin si Colonel Chika, di ba? Kasi tingin nila yung sinabi na hindi naman niya empleyado ng BP eh. And I think sa tingin nila tama na yun eh. He is not authorized to handle 500 million pesos over a year. Yun na yung tingin nila nga na eh. They don't wanna go into details na eh.
And there's a question of
Diba?
credibility din daw, according to the prosecution lawyers.
Oo. Kaya mukhang wrap up na sa kanya, no? O lang patawag ng mga senador. Gusto patawag ng mga senador eh.
Yeah. Okay. We'll leave that there.
Sige.
Feeling ko-
Kilala mo si Marcel Bonifacio, Mary Mon?
Paano ba sinagot ni Kwan yun? Paano ba sinagot ni Robin Hood yung reaction ni Bam Aquino?
Natawa, narinig natin. Nung sinabi ni Senator Bam na oo, alias ni Ninoy Aquino ang Marshal Bonifacio nung nasa Boston para raw makauwi ng Pilipinas. Pero kasi wala naman daw confidential funds si Ninoy at wala rin naman daw siyang pangalan doon sa acknowledgement receipts ng confidential funds. While hindi nakita ng camera, pero narinig natin na natawa si Senator Robin.
So, naunawaan ni Senator Robin yung sinabi ni Bam Aquino.
Wala na kasi sinabi pang iba si Senator Robin tungkol
Okay.
doon.
Actually, Kwan yun eh. Hindi yung tanong.
Oo nga eh. Saka actually may warning si Marcel Bonifacio, no? In fact, ang nag-warning sa kanya si Imelda Marcos eh. May papatay sa'yo pag umuwi ka rito.
Yeah.
Saka
Diba? We all know that.
Oo. Si Bonifacio kasi bayani, tapos si martial law.
Marsha. Ay, nako.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Baka kasi hindi na-gets ni Robin.
Oo.
Saka Ami, baka ikaw, alam mo, saan napunta yung 500 million? Dahil wala nakakaalam hanggang ngayon eh. Baka Philippine Star Editor, alam.
Tatanungin natin yung auditor nga tinatanong, kaya gusto na nila ipatawag yung COA.
Wala kang nakakaalam eh. Hindi nga binigyan ng budget
Para
yung
malaman
COA
ko
eh.
ano yung explanation. No, COA has to have some kind of explanation. Confidential yan eh.
Wala nga supporting documents to begin with when these were requested, 'di ba? Walang line item breakdown or
Walang
anything.
liquidation report.
Walang
no?
puro ARs na acknowledgement receipts.
Puro niliquidate. Oh.
Yeah. But
Although na-establish
wanna-
na yan nung pang-house nung pang-house
Yeah.
nung house probe pa na-establish na yan eh.
Gusto ko balikan yung Rule 18 eh. Feeling ko there's a way to creatively go around.
Naghahanap ng ano.
Eh di pumunta ka ron.
Wala na siyang mai-interview.
Pumunta ka ron, mag-ambush interview ka. Eh, di subukan mo. Oh, di ba?
Subukan
There's
mo,
gotta be
Mary
a
Mon,
way.
subukan nyo ng microphone. yung mga
Ask it creatively.
senador.
Oh, pwede mong gawin
Ano
yun
yun?
dahil
There's
hindi
a-
ka naman subject do sa Rule 18.
Depende sa framing din.
Ako nga, wala nga akong proper decorum kahapon eh. No?
Anyways,
tatlong beses ako in-interview eh. O ano mga pinagsasabi ko ron eh.
Baka hindi ka na maimbita ulit doon. But anyways, because how else will we,
Yan. Namamroblema siya kung sino interviewin niya
how
ngayon.
else will we follow this case along beyond what we see on TV, di ba? Anyways, we'll leave that there. Thank you so much for your reporting. Mobile journalist Merimon Reyes, live from the Senate. Salamat.
Salamat, Perimon.
Thank you, Mary
Tsaka na
Mon.
kay Principal. Daming tanong eh.
You're watching StoryCon on One News. We just need to go on a very quick break. Kung baka kung ano pa yung matanong ko, we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
This is the Story Conference Group or the StoryCon Group.
We've got the developing news and the stories behind the headlines. Welcome back to StoryCon, the Story Conference. I'm Regina Lay. Still with me, Amy Pamintun of the Philippine Star and Ronald Llamas, our resident political perpetrator.
So, paano nga natin iikutan yung Rule 18?
Feeling ko may paraan naman. Just,
Umpisahan natin sa
we asked-
topic na hindi impeachment.
Oh, well, hypotheticals lang ba? If this happened, what do you think? I'm just...
Nag-press con si Michael Poe ngayon. Pinabilang naman niya na he
Tingin
will
ko-
inform his
Tingin ko
client.
kung si Red siya
About
mag-i-interview,
the rules.
si Red siya mag-i-interview, dadami yan magbabayad ng 30,000.
Hindi. I can argue that I'm not talking about specifics of the case. Di ba yung mga lawyers, they can argue any side of the case. So I'll argue my point na we're not talking about specifics. I'm talking about a potential scenario.
Buti na lang, di ka naging abogado, baka nandiyan ka rin sa
30,000.
prosecution.
Okay.
30,000.
Let's bring in our first guest today. We're talking to UP College of Law Constitutional Law Professor, Attorney John Molo. Good afternoon. Welcome back to StoryCon, Professor.
Good afternoon, Professor.
Hi, Professor.
Baka si Prof may ideas, no? What do you think of Rule 18 and how can I go around it?
Well, you're not part of the prosecution team naman siguro. No?
No, but mahihirapan na kami to get
Interviewin niya.
Information.
to get information, to get updates on the case.
Hindi naman. You just talk to the spokesperson, not someone who is appearing in front of the court.
Eh, ayaw eh. Ayaw, Prof eh. Gusto
Sinabi
niya.
naman na mag-designate ng non-member of the teams.
What Rule 18 prohibits is commentary on the merits of what happened during the hearing. So, by tradition and by precedent, what that actually means is that you can still talk about procedural matters, incidental or collateral matters. Yun yung actual na what is allowed if bawal ang merits. So, those three
Ano
things.
yung collateral?
Collateral
Sample.
matters is parang, for example,
Collateral damage. Oh.
what would be the usual job of an SDO, right? And then what would be an SDO, right? So you're not really talking about the merits,
The
of the
merits,
substantive arguments before there. But if you want to elicit, who are these SDOs? And what's the difference between an intelligence fund and a confidential fund, right? So it's not exactly what was being litigated in front of the court.
So, pwede mo itanong
For
yung
that
mga
day.
boring matters.
Kaya nga, there's,
yung mga alam mo
that's
na.
my point. There's
Yung mga
a
alam mo na.
workaround to it.
Oo nga.
Pero Prof, to be very clear, so that's, you enumerated what's allowed. What is not allowed? Ano yung, in the court proceedings, in a court setting, ano yung bawal na sabihin ngayon, now that Rule 18 is in effect?
Well, Rule 18 has always been there, just to be clear, okay? Rule 18 essentially is just a limitation on the respondent. Let's not forget, the first person limited here is the respondent, the impeached official. The lawyers for both sides and the senator judges from talking about the merits of the case in public. Of course, they can discuss it with each other. So when you say the merits of the case, then what has transpired in front of them or during the hearing, don't talk about that specifically, the merits of that. Ganito yan. Who has a stronger case right now? Do you think your witness did better than the defense witness right now? Do you think if you're talking to a senator judge, do you think this witness is credible? Those are things that are really reserved for internal deliberations nila.
So, attorney, professor, alam kaya ni Robin Hood Padilla yung difference?
We will find out after today because certainly, as I've pointed out several times before, I'm less concerned about the prosecution and then defense because they are required by their job to be one-sided. Mas concerned ako sa attitude ng judges.
Eh kung tanungin sila, yung senador, kilala niyo ba si Marcel Bonifacio? Is that covered by the subjudice rule?
I would consider that as incidental because it has no direct
hindi
bearing on the
pwede.
merits of the case.
Oo, pwede yun.
Yeah,
Pwede ba
because
kaming maghingi ng comment?
it doesn't matter. The guilt of the respondent will not depend on the answer to that question.
What about yung,
yan
yung comment na the use of the word stupid, as one senator judge did this week, pertaining to the witness's testimony and asking her if she was stupid for not knowing, supposedly, her job.
Well, I think that's more of a question of using intemperate language.
Decorum.
To be fair, even our judges in the judiciary are constantly reminded by the Supreme Court not to use very, I wouldn't even call it colorful. Colorful is fine to me. But yung mga tatawagin mo ng stupid yung tao, may reminders dyan ang judiciary also to our judges not to.
Kahit professor, kahit factual.
Well, I would call it objective because stupid would be relative, right?
Yan. Kasi halimbawa, yung process lang ang sinasabi mong stupid, pwede ba yon? Kasi kanina, kasasabi lang ni Chis nung rules
Isa pa to.
Yung isang senador sinabi din That's stupid.
Oo nga,
Sabi nung
that's
isang
true.
senador
That's true.
It's very hard though to really limit the kind of words that certain judges would actually use, senator judges, right? Because they are not really trained judges. Although I did cite that our judges are reminded by the Supreme Court, our judges kasi go through judicial training. In fact, may parang 2-week seminar pa yung mga yan. Pre-judicature yan. So may special training talaga para ang pagiging huwes. Kasama na din yan sa mga bawal mo na gawin. Ito mga politiko. So we can send reminders, but to actually expect them to reach that level of facility na katulad ng mga trained judges, baka that would be too much naman.
Pero Professor, medyo weird lang na mauunawaan mo kasi sa isang regular court na pwede magkaroon ng ganyang klaseng rule. Pero dito kasi, bawat minuto open to the public eh. Diba? Lahat ng pinag-uusapan napapanood at naririnig ng publiko. No? Diba? Parang, tapos ngayon, hindi ka pwedeng magsalita ng related dun sa kaso. Yung kaso pinapanood eh. No? So, yun lang, medyo weird na maunawaan mo yan sa isang trial na hindi naman public. Ito public eh.
Well, definitely I have some I have some views about that considering that this is an impeachment naman talaga and ang impeachment tinatry siya hindi lang in public Sir Ronald but actually tinatry siya ng mga elected representatives at hindi ng mga huwes. Therefore, karamihan nga sa ating mga senador right now hindi abogado. So, ba't naman natin sila, kumbaga, pipilitin na mag-adopt ng words, style, formalism, symbolisms, rhetoric ng mga abogado? Para nga ma-acquire yan. Meron akong mga estudyante palagi every semester sa freshman. It takes me at least a year to get them to think like a lawyer, to talk to a lawyer, talk like a lawyer. Diba? So, ayun naman, you have senator judges who are not lawyers. Parang nag-i-impose tayo ng mga ganitong formalism. So para sa akin nga, baka okay lang na may reminder but it might be too much to really ask our senator judges to completely lose that aspect. Kasi, for example, if one of our judges asks that, I don't think that's believable and then he says that during his question, ano gagawin natin? Bayad ka 30,000. Medyo baka mahirap yon implement in practice.
From a legal point of view, you've been monitoring the trial, ano? Sa tingin mo na-establish na misuse yung confidential funds?
I think what the prosecution is targeting really is misuse in the sense that there has been a proof that non-compliance with the COA circular and other established government
And the J.
proceedings. Okay?
Yung joint
So,
circular.
bukod doon, based on the past several days with this set of witnesses, medyo na-establish din ng prosecution yung punto nila na hindi lang procedural misuse, but actually, I would use the word na parang I'm really surprised that close to 500 million pesos went out and then no one knows where the money went. So parang medyo malaking tuldok yun. So ngayon, I'm sure hindi lang siguro ako, maaaring yung mga taong bayan mismo nagtatanong if hindi nila alam, and these are people who are officials of the OVP themselves, hindi nila alam saan napunta yung pera, Paano ma-justify to? So, sino ba talaga? And kasi 500 million yun eh. Ilang classrooms na yan, di ba? So, if that's not yet misuse, yun yung linalatag ng prosecution dito, di ba? They're not setting it up na parang misuse na binulsa. But,
Yes.
kumbaga, ang linalatag nila, this is misuse procedurally and at the same time, morally, because this is an impeachment, morally, because 500 million went out of the bank and disappeared. Parang ganun ang lumalabas. So,
Yeah. That's what we were wondering about earlier
Yes.
this week as well. Do they have to go so far as to prove where the money went, right? Or they
this is
can
not
stop.
plunder.
Or they can stop
It-
with procedural misuse nga, procedural deficiencies
Yeah.
in the process, as you said. Kasi one thing that we keep asking on the show is why are they refusing to subpoena Colonel Lachica, for example? The other two officers, si Gina Acosta and Lemuel Ordonio, have already repeatedly pointed to him as the only person who knows where the confidential funds went. But we
Yeah.
know the prosecution is at this point not going to subpoena him, not calling him as a witness, kasi sabi ni Attorney Kapunan, there are questions of credibility here.
Yung isang side kasi, Professor, parang ito ay just accounting administrative weaknesses. It's not impeachable. Yun yung isa. May problema, pero hindi siya impeachable. Yung kabila naman, yung thread from withdrawal to transport to disbursement, indicatively may anomaly. No? Yun naman yung sinasabi. That is why it is impeachable. So, yung isang linya, parang lang naman to eh. Weaknesses lang naman to ng accounting tsaka administration.
System.
Di ba? Systems lang naman to eh.
Systemic siya.
Yung sa isa, talagang,
Willful.
hindi lang yan, hindi lang yan administrative, no? Willful yan. Pero mo,
willful
disbursing officers, hindi alam kung saan napunta. No? Yung ganun ba?
well, a mistake would be, let's say you mistakenly put in a wrong number, you put in a different name, or maybe you mistakenly disbursed one amount to a certain individual or a wrong safe house. But so far, ang linalatag kasi ng prosecution is that we are not talking about one name, one number, or one amount, or one confidential informant. We are talking about a series of funds over and over again.
Yes.
4 na tranches na lumabas na tig 125 million. Yung pinakita nila yesterday, I think 16 million na pare-pareho yung amount pero iba-iba yung periods. So kung ganon ang narrative, based sa nalabas ng prosecution, the defense will have to do something more to make that narrative stick because 16 million, for example, na paulit-ulit, iba-iba yung dates ng renta, iba-iba yung periods, medyo magsistick yan sa memory ng taong bayan. Hindi naman ganun kadali na sabihin na, nagkamali lang. No, medyo there's something wrong based on the way it was utilized. Pag ganun na ang dating. So far, that's where these things are now, based on what these witnesses are saying.
What about misuse through the handling of the money itself? Because Gina Acosta kept saying that she trusted Colonel Lachica with the money, right? Hindi na niya hiningan ng mga supporting documents. Lahat ng ARs galing kay Colonel Lachica when in fact she's the SDO and the rule says she's the one that has to pay off any informants or any assets or anything like that.
Well, that's precisely why these rules exist. Tandaan natin, nung panahon ng PDAF at DAP, nagkaroon ng mga kaso, tapos moving forward from that experience, naglagay tayo ng mga ganitong regulations para hindi na ganun kadali mawala ang ganito kalalaking lump sum funds, di ba? And, yan, kaya nga joint circular yan. Para ma-spot ka agad and ma-question kung bakit lumalabas yung pera na medyo irregular yung proseso. So, kung ganun ang nangyari, talagang may liability ang mga tao na hinayaan na paulit-ulit na lumabas yung pera ng taong bayan. Tapos hindi nila ma-explain kung saan napunta, kung bakit walang mga acknowledgement receipts na maayos or mga ORs. Ano yan? Kasi kumbaga yung rules naman na to, kumbaga hindi lang naman bigla na lang naisip ng COA at saka ng DBM. May pinanggalingan yung mga revised rules na to.
Ang takbo ng depensa nila, intayin nyo, kayo naman ang kulit nyo. On appeal pa daw yan, they have until October.
The
So,
finality,
at this point,
ano.
oo.
Yeah, well,
Meron silang period.
they are
appeal
allowed to
and
raise
present.
that as part of their defense. No, to be fair, sasabihin nila yan. But again, this is an impeachment. Impeachment is about the fitness of a public officer to remain in office. It is not about whether or not the public officer who held 500 million is now legally obligated to return the 500 million. Yun yung kailangan mo ng finality from the COA notice of disallowance.
Yes.
Magkahiwalay na track yan.
Yes.
Hiwalay din yung track ng plunder, for example, di ba? Kasi yun naman yung criminal liability ng mga taong hinayaang ma-disburse yung pera na hindi naaayon sa batas. So, although meron namang persuasive weight ang magsabi na hindi pa naman to final, yung impeachment court is not necessarily bound by the fact na wala pang finality. Kasi parang anong mangyayari sasabihin ng Senado? Does that mean also kailangan naming hintayin na may final conviction sa crime bago kami magtanggal ng isang impeachable officer? I'm sure sasabihin nila hindi.
Dahil, yun nga, Professor, ang output nito ay tatanggalin sa posisyon. Impeachment conviction.
Yes.
Diba? Yun ang
Oo.
pinakamataas na parusa. Hindi to criminal case na makukulong ka. Kaya even yung evidence, hindi mo ginagamit yung salitang beyond reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
Diba?
Guilty beyond reasonable doubt.
Ang ginagamit mo rito ay fitness to stay in office as a vice president.
Actually,
Baka
Ronald,
ba
hindi mo din
unawaan
dapat hindi mo din ginagamit yung term na parusa. Okay? Kasi wala namang karapatan ang any public official na manatili
Yes.
in their office. That is a privilege under constitutional law.
Yeah.
Okay? It is not a right. And the only time we use the word parusa or punishment is when we are depriving someone of
Life,
their right.
liberty.
Life, liberty, or property. There is no government official with the right to remain in office. Okay? Kahit talamak na ang political dynasty
I was
sa
gonna-
Pilipinas, I'd like to believe hindi pa rin pinapamana ang government.
I was gonna say,
Kahit sobrang stupid na.
I was gonna say, does Congress know that it's not a right?
Yeah.
We can ask them.
Yeah.
Oo. Dahil nga, pag stupid ka, hindi mo alam eh.
Masakit lang sa ibang tao,
Oo.
but not for yours.
Pero covered ka ng Rule 18. Huwag ka magsabi ng stupid.
Kaya may problema kaya yan ang pinaproblema ngayon ng ibang tao. Since ang ano dito is competence for public office It's not a criminal prosecution. Kailangan meron nag-explain sa tao, di ba? Kasi kailangan mo yung public opinion You are working on the court of public opinion apart from the impeachment court Kaya yun ang sinasabi ng iba na nag-aalala. Paano namin explain? Yung kaso namin, samantalang, alam mo naman, may mga troll dito, may mga kanya-kanya narrative yan na hindi naman natin alam kung sino nagkakalat nun. How do you deal with that? Yun ang inaalala nila dito sa ruling na, reasonable naman yung ruling, na, oy, mag-behave nga kayo dyan. Kaya lang yun. Yung sa pag-explain nung what are you trying to do, what are you trying to achieve?
Yes. I think, Amy, you pointed out a very legitimate concern. No? These rules were actually created post-Estrada impeachment and then improved upon during the Corona impeachment. During those days, we still didn't have
Social
online
media.
disinformation networks
Yeah.
or as we call them, troll farms. Di ba? Iba pa lang nun. Okay. So, ibang-iba ang konteksto ng pag-uusap sa public square nung panahon na yon. Ngayon, you already have these online disinformation networks. This is coordinated inaccurate behavior. And yet, yung paradigm na gagamitin mo as if wala pang ganyan. So, kaya nga, I mean, matalino naman yung presiding officer natin. I'm sure alam din niya yan. So, maaring linabas niya tong ruling na to more of as a reminder, more of as a power na reminder medyo temper yourselves. But I don't think he's gonna start fining people 30,000 every day for each use of the word stupid. Di ba? Medyo, I don't think that's how he's gonna play it out.
Oh. Oh, yan. Sige,
Pero wala
testingin
yan.
natin, Reg. Nag-aalala si Reg eh.
Hindi,
Petty
nag-aalala ako for myself. I mean, how will we get information?
30,000, petty cash lang yan.
Kaya ka na naman.
Para sa mga senador.
I don't care about them getting fined. I care about getting the story. But that's
Madami.
may paraan naman, 'di ba, Prof?
Yeah, ang dami pong pwedeng kausapin. Basta wag lang yung nag-litigate sa harapan or yung mga pumirma ng notice of appearance, sila yung bawal.
Yeah.
Yung mga hindi pumirma ng notice of appearance, sila yung pwede.
You reminded me
Oh,
that you were involved with the Corona impeachment, no? Or oh, you okay?
No.
Okay, but
Yung
how
katabi
does
mo ata yung involved doon.
okay, but how does this compare to the other impeachment trials? Because I mean, the last one was medyo matagal-tagal na din. And some lawyers that I know talk amongst themselves, comparing the performance, I guess, of the lawyers here and versus the lawyers in the past. Ano yung kulang? What are you hoping to see?
Well, I wouldn't answer that question because I also litigate.
Ayaw nga pala. Yeah.
And medyo may protocol kami sa mga nag-a-appear sa korte. We don't really comment on each other's performance kasi lahat naman kami nagkakamali sa korte. But I can share my insight in terms of they are laboring under markedly different circumstances. Dati kasi yung camera kung ano i-publish sa 6 p.m. news, 10 p.m. doon na lang maulit. Ngayon, nagsasalita ka pa lang live, ang dami ng clips na kumakalat sa Facebook, sa TikTok, and
yeah.
IG. Those are markedly different. One mistake, like this leading mistake,
Yeah.
is magnified millions of times and played all throughout the weekend. Kaya nga parang regardless of where you stand on this, medyo unfair din naman doon kay Attorney Ferrer, 'di ba? Kasi lahat naman tayo nagkakamali. Pero ganun yung those are the circumstances under which they are laboring under, and these are very difficult circumstances.
And it
Depende
has an
rin-
impact as well on how
Yeah.
the average person perceives the impeachment trial.
Saka depende rin yan sa abogado. Dahil kung ikaw ay si Attorney Panelo, Attorney Topacio, Attorney Gadon, Attorney Jing Paras, walang pakundangan, magko-comment yun.
Yes. I think it's also dependent on the lawyer. Some are really more, I'll just call them courageous. I'm not that courageous like them.
I won't call them courageous, Professor.
Remember,
No,
we
meron
have to
akong-
mind our language now.
Oo nga. Sige, hindi na ako magsasalita.
Oh, hindi tayo kasama dyan, ha? Hindi tayo covered niyang order na yan.
They're
Oh.
anything but
Kaya ako,
courageous.
pwede ko magtanong, kilala mo ba si Marcel Bonifacio? Oh, pwede kong tanongin yon.
Oh, yeah. That's the alias of Ninoy when he had to go home and go through several checkpoints because he had to avoid detection by the dictatorship.
Alam mo ba, kung nagkaroon ng intel si Jesus Christ, hindi siya ma-crucify? Yan ang mga kumakalat na meme ngayon. Yan ang
May
kumakalat.
public funds bang
Kung merong
ginastos si Jesus
intelligence.
Christ?
Oo nga.
Ayan ang sagot ni Bam Aquino. Wala namang
Hindi,
public
kasi si
fund.
Jesus Christ ayaw ng pera, di ba? So, parang medyo hindi ata tama yung i-compare ko yung si Jesus Christ.
Correct.
Oh, yan nga yun. Pero wala nagsabi niyan kanina. Non-sequitur yan.
Kahit ako may alias din naman ako eh. I mean, pag
Ano?
sa Facebook, di ba, yung mga ganyan? Or pag nagpe-play ka ng
avatar.
video games. Ang mahalaga lang, hindi naman ako gumagastos ng pera ng taong bayan.
Ng 500 million.
Well, definitely hindi po aabot kahit 1 million.
Dapat yun na sinagot doon, ano?
Yeah.
Huh. Kumusta yung mga student mo, professor? Gising na sila sa panonood?
Yep, gising sila and then because of I always require them to watch and read
Ikaw pala eh.
newspapers.
Terrorist ka pala eh.
Oo.
Akala ko.
Kailangan nagbabasa sila ng hard copy actually
Oo.
and nanonood ng mainstream news talaga. Kasi ang constitutional law, that's just news na naging kaso na. 'Di ba? What is news today becomes a constitutional law case and aaralin namin sa law school. So sabi ko nga, like last year, yung news last year was also the first impeachment of the Vice President.
Yeah.
Naging kaso din kaagad, 'di ba? Duterte versus House of Representatives. So sabi ko, real time, you really need to watch the news because that's what we're gonna discuss in class. 'Di ba?
Wala ba,
Hindi na sila inaantok, ha?
Hindi, dapat.
wala ba nandi-discourage, Professor, na tumuloy sa law?
Or conversely, na-encourage because of what's going on?
Well, sa amin kasi sa UP, medyo kasama din sa pagtitrain and sa conversations namin, yung fact na, I'll just talk about myself. Isa sa mga ina-assign ko sa opening session namin, yung number one, yung sulat ni Ka Pepe Jokno, doon sa isa niyang anak, nagtatanong, nung panahon ng martial law, dapat ba akong mag-abogado pa rin kahit ganito nakadilim yung legal system natin during martial law. Tapos yung isang ina-assign ko sa kanila, yung sulat naman, The Last Letter of Ninoy to Cory Aquino.
Yeah.
Those two, kasi parang maganda siyang setting para tanungin yung mga estudyante, bakit nga ba tayo nandito? And bakit natin ito pagpapatuloy? Bakit tayo magpapakahirap para mag-aral ng batas kung ganito din lang naman kagulo ang Pilipinas? So, ganon. So, I hope na pag may mga ganong klaseng readings, medyo nainganyo pa rin sila ipagpatuloy yung pag-aaral.
Sorry, Prof. Coming back to your point about the procedural missteps in this, which the prosecutors seem to be, trying to emphasize. Is it enough? Has it crossed the threshold, do you think? And again, it doesn't need to go so far as them producing. Because there was a time when the prosecutors told us that they were going to subpoena Mary Grace Piatos, for example, and the rest of the other funny names on that list. But wala na kaming balita doon. We don't know if they did go ahead and where the subpoena was even delivered. So where they're stopping now, has that crossed the threshold, do you think?
Well, right now we are at that point where the public, the Filipino public, is really concerned that this amount of money repeatedly went to this office and went out of this office and all went to one individual, violating several COA procedures and other government procedures. Now, the charge is misuse and abuse, right? So by itself kasi, since it's repeated according to these witnesses, and even the witnesses themselves don't know how 500 million was actually spent, they are at that point nga, and I understand why the prosecution is also thinking that maybe this is enough. Kasi parang, look, the senator judges themselves, when you listen to their questions earlier, right? They're really quite alarmed by the fact that this repeated behavior of treating 125 million for each tranche, totaling 500 million, happened. Parang sila mismo gulat na pwede pala. So kung ang gagamitin nating barometer ay yung mga pagtatanong mismo ng mga senator judges, medyo kumbaga medyo yung prosecution confident na sila doon sa kanilang position right now. Maybe that's also why they don't think they need Colonel La Chica anymore.
Yeah.
Accurate ba na tawagin siyang scam?
Yeah, I was
Kasi
going to ask the same
nagpo-protesta
thing.
yung ano doon eh.
And in fact, the defense and the court pushed back a few times on the framing of mastermind. Tsaka yung framing na scam. What was going on there?
Yeah, kasi nga during a criminal trial, hindi mo naman pwedeng tawagin yung defendant as a murderer. Kasi murderer is a conclusion of fact and law. 'Di ba? Ngayon, criminal trial nga yun kasi. Pero kasi sa impeachment proceeding, parang una-una, yung senator judges mo, hindi naman abogado. Yung audience mo, hindi lang din sila, yung publiko. So, if you insist on keeping on, halimbawa, scam. So, trinay ni Attorney Lagutan, gamitin yung word na I think modus operandi.
Yeah.
Modus operandi is actually used quite a lot in law because what it really means is that mode of operation. It's actually neutral. Mode of operation. Pag ginamit yan ng NBI in their complaint, it's not value laden. It's actually just mode of operation. Pero sabi kahapon, bawal yon. So, the other day. And then kahapon, bawal yung word na scam. So, ano na lang natitira sa English language? Scheme.
Scheme.
Medyo bawal din yata yun. Baka magreklamo kasi sensitive yung kabila.
Hindi, procedural ikaw naman.
Siguro process na lang or procedure. You know, it's gonna be hard to ask questions now. Depende doon sa sensitivity ng
Yeah.
kabila. Kung ano yung
Yeah.
acceptable language sa kanila. Ano to, parang magiging school of procedural political correctness. Which is interesting because, you know, it's an impeachment case. The question is whether or not a public official is fit for office, and one of the charges is Article 2, wherein the words used were, forgive me, but this is what she really said, several times. Papatayin ko yan. And then we're suddenly concerned about decorum, respect. Parang medyo so anong words ang pwede lang gamitin considering na the very charges themselves, in order to describe them, will require certain, diba, these words.
Yeah, I think we have to bleep out that word. but-
Parang modus operandi. Modus operandi is procedural, pero pinagbawal. Diba?
Yun nga.
Yeah,
Oo
but
nga,
and then kanina lang in today's hearing, there was a lot of objecting to the word confusion in the framing of the question of the prosecution. Sabi kay Ortonio, so could the confusion have been avoided if she had just specified what the confidential funds were for example? Even the use of the word confusion, for example, triggered objections. So parang where do you draw the line, I guess?
That's why the presiding officer is also important, and good enough that the presiding officer really just polices it a lot. Pero kasi nga, trabaho ng defense mag-object. No? Di ba? Trabaho naman ng kabila na but remember, if you remember during the early part of the proceedings also, naalala nyo, halimbawa, sino yung gumagamit ng words na according to you, di ba? Yung mga ganyan.
Oo.
Kapros. Di ba? Tapos parang, do you know the meaning of ganito? Oh, I withdraw. So, both sides are actually doing it. And that's fine because that's their job. They're trying to provoke a certain response from the witness. So, I'm not gonna go after them because that's part of the language of litigation, right? So, kanya-kanya kaming style. Pero, ironic lang for me kasi after witnessing that, tapos maririnig ko na, sobra naman kayo magsalita. Pero sabi ko, wait, pare-pareho tayong litigator naman. I'm sure kaya naman natin to pareho i-tolerate. But let's let the public decide na lang, di ba? Kasi there are only so many words in the English language. And if we start policing each other depending on what we feel is not proper, decorum, masyado nang malilimitahan.
Yeah.
Kasi the public is watching, right? So we can actually talk using legal jargon, but that will not be conducive kasi to an impeachment case.
And it could extend the proceedings. Right?
As
And
we
then
have seen during
balik-
the first part of the proceedings, right?
Yeah.
And that wasn't good.
Yeah. Balik na naman tayo sa idea that
Legal gobbledygook.
over judicializing the process to the point to the detriment of everyone else, right? And then you end up losing the attention of people.
Yeah. The focus should really be on impartiality, di ba?
Yeah.
Fairness. And when we talk about impartiality and fairness, ang focus mo dyan is on the judges. Defense and prosecution, they will try to
Cannot
push
be.
the envelope because they are obligated to do so. But tama din naman yung reminder, may limits yan. But then again, mas concerned talaga tayo dapat sa impartiality ng judges. I think there's a report earlier na tingnan niyo yung sa Sandigan Bayan. Nag-file yung ombudsman ng motion to inhibit sa isang Sandigan Bayan justice. Ang claim naman nila is impartiality also. So, ganun
Yeah.
yun. Mas
Oo nga.
mabigat 'yon. Mas mabigat 'yon.
Oo
Hindi
nga,
yung formalities or decorum.
we
It's
were
impartiality.
we were talking about that case last time you were on the show. What do you think of that? That the ombudsman asking one of the judges to inhibit. That's pretty serious, no?
It is because as a matter of strategy, you don't file an inhibition lightly. And the fact
Yeah.
that the ombudsman actually did it and announced it, but kasi kumalat sa news, in fact, may mga details pa dun sa news report na nabasa ko kung bakit nila final because of the questioning of the particular justice. It's a serious thing. Di ba? The fact that they actually pulled that trigger
Yeah.
means that they feel that they have a strong case for inhibition. Ganon yung point ko na mas importante ang impartiality sa mga proceedings na to kaysa trying to police one side and the other side from the language.
Yes.
Does the
ang ti-
ombudsman have to prove that the judge was not being impartial in this case, or it's really just up to the ano?
Well, based on the report, their basis for impartiality were the questions being asked during the hearing. So may TSN yan. So malamang ang ginagamit nila na reference yung TSN ng hearings nila.
Okay.
So medyo ano na yon, wala silang kailangan i-prove doon kasi mismong TSN ng korte ang ginagamit nilang pruweba. And kasi yung Supreme Court before has already made decisions on these kinds of cases. So
Ang mas-
malamang yun ang kanilang.
Ang mas concern ko, Prof, yung nandun ako kasi ako kahapon, almost whole day sa Senate. Mismo yung mga nandun, sinasabi, yung attention ng tao ay pawala, pababa.
Board.
At itong Rule 80 nila, tingin ko, from my vantage point, lalong makakatulong na mawala yung attention ng tao. Dahil nagiging stricto sila dun sa mga rules na baka hindi naman kinakailangan. Dahil nga, ang hinahanap ng tao or court of public opinion, drama, emosyon, di ba? Humor.
Bombshells.
Diba? Yung mga ganun
Exposés.
Ngayon, lalo mo silang tatakutin ng sanctions, baka lalong mawala yung element na yon, no? Kaya nakakatakot na mawawala yung attention ng mga tao. Lalo na, sinasabi ng iba, part ng strategy dito ay to bore people to death. Para hindi sila manood. No? At dahil hindi sila nanonood, hindi nila makikita ang ebidensya. At hindi nila nakikita ang ebidensya, hindi makaka-epekto sa court of public opinion and probably sa 2028 elections. No? Yung ganun ba,
Well,
na Kwan?
Yeah, for me kasi, I wouldn't be afraid of the ruling kasi parang it's quite limited, the way I'm seeing it. It's quite limited to the people who actually signed the notice of appearance. Tama din kayo, hindi naman bound si Reg, for example, as a reporter. Ang pwede namang habulin dyan, yung sumagot ng tanong ni Reg,
Spokesman.
if ever. Maraming spokesperson, both sides, so pwede pa rin pa nilang patuloy. And at the end of the day, yung proceeding na to is still an impeachment trial. Ang proceeding na to ay para sa taong bayan kasi ang pinag-uusapan pera ng taong bayan. Napakahirap kumbaga sabihan ng taong bayan na ito mga bawal nyo sabihin sa taong bayan So I'm sure even the Senate Impeachment Court is not gonna interpret this ruling that way. Kasi
Pero
yung Rule 18 nandiyan na yan.
Yeah.
Ano na yan?
Katulad ngayon, Professor, no? Marami dyan sa mga prosecution at saka defense na naimbitahan magsalita sa mga talk shows this next few days ay umatras na lahat because of this ruling. No? So, maganda sana na yung mga talk shows, etc. ay makapagsalita sila, makapagpaliwanag, nag-commit sila. Ngayon, lahat yan, zero. No? Lahat sila umatras.
Mag-a-adjust yan kasi nung panahon ng impeachment ni ERAP, impeachment ni Corona, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Nandoon naman yung mga iba-ibang congressmen and then yung mga ibang spokesperson ni Chief Justice Corona, 'di ba? So ngayon nga may mga shows na din sila. This will evolve. I mean, if you think about it, medyo dumadating na nga tayo sa exciting part kasi talagang parang nag-speak yung senator judges. Excited na malaman sino ba talaga at ano alam ni Colonel La Chica. One way or another, water will seek its level. Diba? Mag-a-adjust yan.
Hintayin na
I'm
lang natin
hopeful.
yung
I'm
Tayo
always
natin yung
hopeful.
spokesperson.
O, Reg, ha?
The new
Mag-a-adjust daw yan.
spokesperson.
That's what I'm thinking.
Water
it
will
will
reach
evolve.
its level.
The water will find
yan.
its destination
Oo,
eventually.
magtiwala ka. Huwag kang,
Iwala lang tayo.
huwag kang mawala ng pasensya. Hindi ka kasi pasensyoso, katulad
Hindi nga.
ko. Oo.
Hindi nga. That's true. That's very true. And I don't trust the
Oh,
process.
yan ang message sa atin,
Sorry.
di ba? Have some patience. Yun ang sabi sa atin. Tinuturo ka, ituro mo.
And pasensya na, I don't trust the process.
Hindi bawal magtanong bawal lang sumagot in a certain way. That's how I view it.
Magtatanong kami,
Di
magtatanong
ba?
kami.
But keep asking questions.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
Keep asking
Tatanong
questions.
kami.
But also, like for example, pag pumayag sila as an interviewer, we have to think creatively how we can go around asking the merits
Yeah.
of the case, right? So
Yeah.
so it's on us as well in a way na.
Eh, hindi naman lahat kasing galing mo eh.
Pwede namin interviewin yung
I
spokesperson ng
set
mga
myself
senador,
up.
di ba?
I set myself up for that one. Okay, we'll leave that there.
No.
Thank you so much for talking to us today and explaining all of that. Attorney John Molo from the UP College of Law. Salamat, sir.
Salamat, Prof.
Thank
Salamat
you,
din.
Professor.
It's been good to have him. Thanks for joining StoryCon today. Ami Pamintuan, Editor-in-Chief of the Philippine Star, and Ronald Llamas, our resident political pahamak.
Hindi pa ako nasabihan ng gano'n. It's good to have him. Wala pa nagsabi sa akin ng gano'n
Sabihan
dito.
mo na nga.
Di ba?
Sabihan mo na nga na, na-insecure.
Wala ka lang anti eh. Wala pa nagsasabi sa'yo na it's good to have him.
Na-insecure. Sige na, sabihin mo na. Pagbigyan mo na.
I can't. I mean, I have to be
Pagbigyan mo
honest.
na, pagbigyan mo na. Oh.
Tingnan natin. Tomorrow is another day. Maybe
Talagang-
tomorrow I can say it to you.
Talagang pigil na pigil eh, no?
Join us again tomorrow. 4
Hindi
p.m.
mapilit.
For
Hindi mapilit.
StoryCon, I'm Regina Lay. Salamat to all of our listeners on 105.9 at True FM. Thank you for tuning in to us and staying with us throughout the show. Kapatid, we are One News, your side all the time.
This is the Story Conference Group or the StoryCon Group.